Welcome to some One Piece action. If you're new to the channel, please give us a subscribe. And if you're a returning viewer and have not subscribed yet, please give us a subscribe. Definitely helps the channel grow. Alright, so we wanted to play Dofi. It was like, Dofi is cool because they just popped our Blackbeard ASAP. Okay, so Dofi's cool because so the meta has been showing lots of promise to aggressive decks. And we're like, well, Dofi's technically aggressive, but defensive as well. So we tried to structure a Dofi deck. We had once upon a time made a really solid Dofi deck like a long time ago, to be honest. It was a long time ago. It was real solid, real technical, kind of liked it. It really leaned on the ideology of making sure you just, one, have more targets, but two, like, make it flow better and consistency. Because back then, Dofi decks had issues with always being able to rearrange your top five because it was just Perona and blocker Dofi, right? So, okay, more cards are available in general, more top 5 looking cards, top 3 looking cards, more 7 warlords are available, all that stuff. So like, hey, let's revisit this now that he has such a fall from grace. And I can tell you right now, we are going to retool this deck. we're already, it's not aggressive enough for my liking. I think we blended it a little too much. We went too standard, and that's not what we're supposed to do, because if you want different results, you got to be different. So I think we just kind of fell into a standard trap. So yeah, during test plays and sequences, it didn't flow the way I want it to flow, me personally. So here's some matches. I just understand we're gonna go right back to the drawing board with this and see if we can tool it to be a bit more aggressive. VV Theory actually made a video not too long ago. It's Dofi with all targets. Once upon a time, they putting the hand. So once upon a time, there was a Dofi deck where it was just all 7 warlords. I forgot what the catchy name was. Can't remember. But somebody just was like, hey, there's enough 7 warlords to just put nothing but 7 warlords. And they attacked. But one of the things that all Dofi players, not all, lots of Dofi players would make a mistake of overprotecting their board. Because I get it, if you can protect your board, you can have so many swings. But if you gotta dump 2, 3, 4 cards, it's not worth it. So I was like, this deck has some odd potential. And then fast forward to see VV Theory, make a updated version of that deck, and seeing how that flowed, I was like, that's pretty cool. Granted, I don't want to do an all 7 warlords build, but it was cool to see that there might be a point in time where that might be the legit build to go. So it's kind of funny when you think about it. But anyway, yes, retool. One of the things that I always thought was powerful for Doflamingo was the fact that because he's always putting bodies on the board and those bodies need to be attacked, he tends to have life later in the match. So it's a perfect candidate for 10-drop draw Kaido. Perfect candidate for 10-drop draw Kaido. You're usually going to have more than enough life, and you have a 10 drop. Oh, that's that. You have a 10 drop on the board. Understandable. They probably could have kept going. Develop. No. They already just tapped their Dawn. Okay, forget it. My bad. Could they discard non-counter 2000? I don't know. Nah, I don't know. Maybe we had too many attacks. But all in all, yeah, it's like, yo, it's such a free 10-drop draw Kaido, man. That's how I feel. So I just hope to see more of that in general. And that top 5 is kind of deadly against us, not for us. So our red rock is there, so that sucks because we don't want to get rid of that. But there is still 2 Peronas So that's the benefit. Okay. There's still 2 Peronas, so you can always like continue to rearrange, draw what you want, and then just look at the top 5 again. But yes. So anyway, I'm gonna say this, right? I'm gonna try to retool the build so it can play a little bit more aggressive. But me personally, I am trying to make sure 10 drop Kaido's in there. That's it. That's a me thing. Just so you know, just so y'all know. But I definitely want the build to be more aggressive. I want it to be more aggressive. Now, I would say that one of the things that stood out in Vivi's build was I believe it's a 3-drop Doflamingo, the one that you could use its ability to help put cards on the board. So I think that was the key to making the all 7 Warlords deck like way more functional. He was also very aggressive. Saw some fun plays. Like he'll attack with the Dofi, and he'll get 1 summon out of it, then put Dawn on it and swing. And it was like, wow, why not just keep it as a battery and just keep? Nah, he wanted to punch you in your face. So I thought that was cool. So basically, I would say if anybody's interested, like watch his video, and you could probably retool his deck. If anything, like more stability, put some events in there, red rocks, I would say, like maybe like change 5 cards, because I mean with just 5 different cards, it's gonna still function like that. You know what? Question mark. No, there's cards that let you look at the top. Okay, because he could. Okay, his build, you can blind flip. You don't have to ever look. You can just always get something. So. But that's what I would say. You probably look at his build, change like 5 cards, because it's always good to have a red rock. It's always good to have a gravity tiger, and I don't know, anything else you want. And there. But yeah. So that's what we're going to do with Dofi. Try to make him just more aggressive. But me personally, I want to play that 10 drop Kaido. I just think it fits. I feel like he's just the only leader that could take advantage of that Kaido. Or no, Nami. We made a good Nami deck where that Kaido actually had a place. He had a home. All right, we are swing. Use card action. Because of the black hole ability, we don't get an on-play effect. Now the funny part is, you can argue that this is not the best matchup for Dofi, but respectfully, as long as you're getting bodies on the board, you don't have to worry too much. You're not getting the most advantages from it, sure, but as long as you're getting bodies on the board, you're gonna be okay. Developed. So yeah, it does suck. Where would you call it? Using Boa would have been fantastic. We don't have access to Boa right now, and we don't have access to Perona, but we have access to Gravity Tiger. Oh, we also ran into some technical difficulties. If you made it this far, thank you. We ran into some technical difficulties, so there might be a hiccup in our upload production. Hopefully we can get through that sooner than later. But we got some fun builds. I really want to show off this Kaido build. Gravity Tiger, all right. Now, the overall benefit of that, even though granted, yeah, there it goes. Granted, you want to hit different targets for the most part. Like, you don't want to hit a low drop. You want to hit like 6 or 5 or cards like Burgess. It still helped us get that Laboon off the board. Stop that combo potential. -4 pop. Like, okay, get that off. And we technically got the red rock for Burgess. It's kind of funny. Now, Blackbeard, this is the weird thing about Blackbeard, is that ability to keep using his leader ability, even if he has to discard a card, and his hand size be like next to nothing. I always found that funny. I'm like, okay, he got like next to no cards in his hand. He's probably going to stop using his leader ability. Nope. It's crazy. I can't see them not taking. All right. Now, I can also say this is probably the most complicated matchup for Dofi. Well, I almost feel like I kind of said the same thing, but my thoughts were different, I promise. I'm just watching. So, developing two characters to help with board pressure so we can start being more aggressive. They're at 2 life, but their hand size just kind of got a little healthy. It's not looking as malnourished as it was. And then that's a big swing, and we can afford to take. We got a lot of life cards. Oh, that's just let you draw. But hey, it gets past the 10 drop. So, what you call it? So yeah, being able to like effectively answer their board on play effects, push board, summon. Yeah, I would say in this meta, Blackbird is definitely an annoying matchup for Doflamingo. I feel like especially once we retool the deck, I feel like a lot of decks are gonna have a hard time dealing with Doflamingo. Once we retool it. Because it's constant barrage of attacks, like attack. I mean, the leader, just for your engine alone, you're just constantly swinging for 7. And with Arlong, it just let us know, oh, this actually works. This is pretty good. So just with your leader alone, you're constantly swinging for 7, and you're pushing bodies on the board. And then the fun part is like, oh, we got okay. I was like, we could discard one of the perfume kicking things. Or anything with just no counter power, to be honest. Yeah, put them on the brink of no life. That way we could just Don stack and swing with that perfume card. It's perfume? Something? Perfume femur? Something like that? It always seems scary to ignore searchers like that, where, they can just keep flooding their hand with cards. But respectfully, they only got 2 real attacks. So as long as we can protect ourselves from about 1 of them, we should be okay. So we just showed our red rock, which kind of sucks. It didn't hurt to do a blind flip, but it's like it did hurt to show a red rock. Because it's like, what if he just says, you know what, I'm not going to play my 10 drop. Oh, so the card goes face down after like they do something. Okay, cool. Okay, so 10 drop hits the board. It freezes one of our attacks. Now he has a 12k blocker. And goes for that. Take, because we got plenty of life cards. And then there you go. Dawn stack swing. Understandable. Yeah, so I'm excited. Again, I'm excited to go back to the Dofi deck and just retool it. Like, I kind of already have thoughts in my head. Yeah, there's just not enough time, man. There's not enough time. There's just so many decks, so many ideas, So many. Ugh. That's the most disgusting top 5 I've ever seen. And of course, it's duplicate. Like, what are you going to do, right? 2 red rocks, 2 gravity tigers. And we only play 2 gravity tigers. So it's like, why? Yeah, so this is just the apping, is what I say. The app be apping. I understand that sequence. Because I think the red rock is the important one, right? Because of the 10 drop. But the gravity tigers you could play sooner. So you're going to have 2. So there's probably going to be a moment where you could just chuck 1 off rip, Well, we already know we're going like 5 turns without drawing anything. Okay, gaining some value out of Perona. Hopefully, taking some hits to life can help us. Okay, they attack Perona, get her off the board. Maybe, okay, I guess it could have been just as good to not attack with Perona. Huh, they got 2 searchers on the board. Because essentially, Perona could attack one of the searchers. So, yeah. And that would have been a funny 2K counter, right? If they were like, nah, we're going to protect this. Okay, so we're developing Teach for the sake of... Oh. Attack for 8, develop Croc, and use ability to put a searcher back in their hand. So, okay, so in theory, if they play a searcher and want to search, that's 2 Dawn. And I'm sure they're going to search with the one on the board already. So that's a 3 Dawn play. So that might hurt what they have planned, like what they would have done. You know, with only 6 Dawn to work with. If they were to do something like that, they're probably not going to develop any other characters. Yeah, essentially these bodies are blockers. That's how I always like to look at Doflamingo. It's like the bodies you're playing on the board, like you benefit from their on plays, correct? And then they're essentially blockers. People have to attack them. They can't leave them. So it allows you to just do everything else. To just keep developing from hand, keep doing this, keep doing that. Yeah, I think Doflamingo is still playable. But it depends on the tempo that you create for the deck, in my opinion. I think since the meta shifted so much, because once upon a time you probably use your leader ability, let's say twice, then play something on curve, and then depending if you have a 10 drop or a top end, you're either using your leader ability again, or you're playing a card from your hand, or you're playing on curve. And then after the first big body, then at that point you're just playing your leader ability every turn, more than likely. So that was the original flow of Doflamingo. So in other words, let me like simplify a little bit more. It's like you're probably using your leader ability 2 times in a row in the beginning, then just playing your cards out, and then after like let's say turn 6, 7, 8, you're definitely using your leader ability plus a card from hand. So in this, I want to tool it a little bit so it's like more so leader ability, 10 drop, leader ability, you know what I'm saying? I want it to be more aggressive and really output with the leader ability. That their hand is not only full of cards, but their board is full of low drops. So I don't know what this Teach is doing. Am I supposed to believe they're not finding any of their pieces with 3 searchers or 4 searchers, because you got the stage as well? So I don't know what this Teach is doing. Well, Teach on Teach crime. Well, that card is interestingly good. One of the rarest black cards that pluck anything out the trash. Like, that's crazy. It's funny because like during the Moria era, it's like a way to get more Morias back. Because I mean, he's 7 drop 8,000. That's respectable. Has the ability to remove something off the board. And then on KO, I can just like get Moria and play Moria and flood the board. Because part of Moria's benefit is that not only he was a big body, But the board development, and you had to respect it. That's the thing. You can't just pretend he didn't just put 2 characters on the board, so 3 all together, and that would stall the game out for the opponent to chain more Morias. Essentially, it's like, well, you gotta answer, right? You gotta do something. Attack the small body, whatever. Another Moria, okay. 2 more small bodies. If you didn't get rid of both the ones in the first half, now you gotta focus on 3 characters plus 2 Morias. It's insane. And the only thing that was like stopping them from keep doing it is if they didn't draw more Morias. But guess what? You could technically use that teach to get Moria. So is that not insane if Moria was legal? Y'all think Moria can ever come back? Probably not, right? It's probably one of those cards that have to be permabanned. But with the state of the meta, I don't understand why Moby Dick doesn't come back. At least for a moment. You understand? We literally could have gave it a moment, because it only works with the Whitebeard stuff. And the Whitebeard cards have been struggling. So I can't really see somehow all of a sudden it's like, oh no, Moby Dick came back and now you got OTKs, and I can't see that. That card is nuts. It's the Identity Crisis. Blocker, double attack or banish. Like, what the heck? It's more, I feel like the double attack is what's being threatened, because we don't got counter power. Yeah, it's crazy. We just literally bottom decked a Searcher, a 1-drop, mainly just to get the other card off the board. Yeah, they countered out. Yeah, this Blackbeard player is weird. Like, you have all these cards being added to hand, and it seems like it's for nothing. So it's not making sense to me. To develop a blocker, okay, cool. Like, what are you looking for? Then he went immediately into using Kuzan's ability. See, Kuzan's effect essentially lets him be a guaranteed swing. But okay, I guess you just want to... You feel like you need to be aggressive. I mean, you're not going to OTK us, essentially. So you could have just left the Kuzan and then swung. Now you're vulnerable, technically. But they didn't use their leader ability. That kind of looks dookie, but it's still like 2 targets worth playing. Moria and Law. Alrighty. Our player here is calculating. Let's see how the brain activity, what are the results. So we get Moria out on the board first, it looks like. Well, that's if we're gonna, use ability now. We played. I forgot about the Law in hand. Okay, cool. Develop. Bounce that. I know that's frustrating because now you got to spend 4 Dawn to put it back on the board. To get 2k power. They block, of course. And I'm guessing now they should use their leader ability. I wonder if they like bottom deck their 10 drops in, or forgot to put 10 drops in their deck. I mean, I'm not paying attention to the trash, so I don't really know if it's already in there or not. But like, either that or the game gave them like the worst shuffle. No, it doesn't even matter. You went through your deck on an insane volume. You know, 2, 3 searchers, top five, top five, top five. Well, you didn't go through like over 20 cards, or there's the 10 drop. Yeah, this Teach player playing funny. Okay, goes on again. Immediate gratification. This is amazing. It's like Teach is about to lose, and they just got to keep free searchers on the board. Like, that doesn't even make sense. So brave to play like this, to be honest, though. Yeah, I think to myself, I've seen a lot of times when picking your moments to ignore the searchers or the low drops, it's big brain. I'll be honest with you, because it can easily just backfire. I've seen it plenty of times. It just backfire. It's just like they get to not only find pieces, but they get counter power. So, trigger. Lucky trigger. So they get to find pieces, but they also get counter power. So it usually helps people win when you ignore their searchers. It's super rare to know when to ignore it, because at the end of the day, like, let's say you got a 7K character, they got to lose too many cards. The searcher might be a net negative. Yeah, with them at 1 life, we protect. Okay, we had the red rock just in case they were gonna drop a 10 drop. Yeah, with 4 life, them at 1. I can't see this. I can't see them turning it around. So that's all their searchers are either that, or that's the one we bottom decked, which would be hilarious, because like I said, they're going through their deck like crazy. I feel like they're having more fun just going through their deck over and over again than playing the match. I mean, who knows? I don't know what this player's thinking. I don't know what type of strategies that they feel is adequate for what's going on. But it just seems odd to me. Sadly, no 10 drop Kaido action. Oh, there it goes. G. Thanks for watching. Oh, please like, comment, any leader you would like to see. Let us know and we'll make the video. Peace.